Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Like, one of the hardest things for me is taking the screenshot before the freaking video, and it's such a simple thing to do. Anyhow, let's just see. Oh, hi. Okay. I'm like, did I actually put this live or not? I hope everyone is doing really well. I can't even remember if I took yesterday off from live. I think I did. But throughout the day, I was exhausted. Yesterday, I think it was because of the Facebook session I did with Sylvia. I turned out to get so drained yesterday. It was like actually a little scary. Like, what is going on with me? And yeah, so the messages came in and like I didn't even take notes of them because I was so exhausted. It was a little scary. Let me just shut my door. Second. But the main message I did or have been receiving is exhaustion. It really is. It's not just me, actually. On posts of people that I follow, and I'm not talking about my friends. I follow some people, like my teacher. He's a twin flame, 100% sure. He's met his twin flame. They're actually finally in union. He does talk about it, but not really in that sense. He travels the world. He does motivational speaking. But I know he knows the term, first of all, from meeting me, because once he became my teacher, I taught him about it. And then I think he realized what I had already realized, that he's with his twin. But he posted that recently he took off months of working out, and he is crazy about working out. And he's like the hardest worker, and working out is a huge part. And he said, I didn't even know because I don't talk to him that much right now. He had taken off months and he's back in the gym, and now he can put his full energy into it. And he was basically saying, if you feel exhausted, take the time out because it's so important. And it truly is. Because you can't give your all, right? Like, I hate saying, but I'm saying it anyhow. Because you can't give your all. And the best way to do it is to just rejuvenate yourself. What other option is there really? Because let's just say, for example, yesterday, I had done a whole bunch of readings. I even had an emergency reading booked, and your reading is done. Nancy, I will be sending it if you're watching. She's actually not even a viewer. She was suggested to get a reading by me. But if I had put energy into her reading when I was so exhausted, first of all, I would have drained myself to complete, who knows what, like gone into dust. And second of all, maybe that wouldn't have been, I do believe it would have been the right reading, but maybe not spoken in the best way to get the message out as clear as possible. Because one thing I notice is no matter what my energy level is, the reading is right, which is interesting. But anyhow, it drains me. So yeah, anyhow. Point being, if you guys are feeling exhausted, take a break for a moment, take a step back for a moment. I am running my special again. I only had actually 6 bookings for the special yesterday, so there are spaces available. I already got a couple done, which you've received for the 2 of you. And it's been a rough week. It has, huh? Well, yesterday was the roughest, and I think it had to do with the day before for me personally, just from working so much. I do have that special, and I am going to be holding a special. It's not coming up for 2 weeks, but I will only be accepting possibly 9 people. And it's going to be, I'm actually going to take a little time away. So during that time, I will do a pre-recorded, and I will still do live. Internet is everywhere, right? No problem. But I'm actually going to pick a selected few to do personal readings for while I'm away. And I'm going to be in the land of love. So I'm going to be picking up on that energy. I don't know if it's as intriguing to you as it is to me. But there's one day that I'll be away that I will dedicate to readings. And it's a specific date, actually, which I mapped out, and I've already planned it out because of this whole portal energy. I'm going away for the portal. Like, I don't know if that's my defense mechanism, but it's like I literally will be traveling during the portal opening and closure type of thing. At least it's the portal I've been. Okay, so once again, it flipped on this side. We're not going to look at it. I love this surprise stuff. Okay. And yeah, we'll look at the bottom of the deck though. Ooh. Is that the death? No, it's not the death card. It's not the tower card. XII is, why can't I remember? So this is the bottom of the deck. It's not the card we actually got, but it's Zombie is the name of it. Anyhow, we'll look into all of that after. What I wanted to do, because the reading I just have done, and I'm really sorry because I should have sent it out to her before I started this. The reading I just did was the Lover's Talk. And I haven't done that for a long time. When I had it on special, a lot of people booked it. And then, we just passed 11/11 as well, which is beautiful. Let me just put on some music here. There we go. So the Lover's Talk, and it uses 4 decks, and it's kind of a psychological message I pick up. Like, what exactly is the external problem? I do have this message that people do have to hear, that this is a time where there is some sort of a separation needed. That's why the feelings are so intense. That's why everyone's having this turning in their stomach. And actually, let me mention something else that we're feeling. And I was clarified. So yesterday when I came home, because I went to get some food, I didn't even end up eating, to be honest. I was just too sick. But I was coming home and my turning in my stomach, and I've told you about this for the last few weeks, it's been happening. So I'm like, what is going on? And then I thought of the Amazon forest on fire. So this is truly a collective energy, and Mother Earth is actually a part of it. So for some of you that are feeling this twisting and turning, for some of you like myself, it has been going on for almost 3 weeks, which is interesting because I didn't know when the Amazon rainforest went on fire. I just heard about this about a week ago. I understand it's been on fire forever, like for a long time, but right now it's very bad. I'm starting to feel that part of that energy is the collective with Mother Earth. And the funny thing is, when I came home on social media, the girl had just posted an hour before, this twin flame couple. You might want to check them out if you're on social media. Her name is Sally Mustang. I don't know her guy's name. They finally did the hand tying and all that. If you check them out, warning, like you're going to see a real twin flame couple that is actually doing or heading towards what they're supposed to be doing. So look her up, Sally Mustang. I don't know the guy's name. I forget, but it's beautiful. Anyhow, an hour before, and I don't look at her post often, and I don't even read these posts often, but I happened to come home and I wasn't feeling good. Oh, thank you so much. I don't even know what type that is, but it's so cool to see that different type of a line. Thank you so much for the 40-something Amantha. Is it Amantha? That's kind of cool. Maybe it's like Amanda, but Amantha. Okay, before I get distracted. So I came home and I'm just on Instagram because I'm sick. And she had just posted an article about a Shaw woman or a Shaw man, or I don't know if they're all called the same, but a woman she spoke to. And she was saying the divine feminines actually have to take care of their health right now, like everyone, because we are the representation of Mother Earth. And I feel that this whole energy, this whole fire that's taking over that oxygen, for some of you, you may feel like you can't breathe that much. That's one of the main symptoms I've been having, is like out of breath. This is a collective energy, and it actually does involve what's going on with us and our masculines as well. So what her guidance was, and I feel the same, and I already felt it on my cab ride here, is to take care of myself and to nurture myself. So this leads into the fact that, I think that many masculines are kind of pulling away, and maybe that's the masculine energy to deal with this. I don't know. We have Mother Earth and then a Godfather time. I don't know. Maybe that Grandpa time or whatever, but there's some sort of a connection, and maybe you can put it together in your head better than I can say it, where this is working together, and we do need time. For us that are having these stomach issues, we need to fix it. We need to figure out what it is. I get the weirdest thing. I put my symptoms in the internet, and guess what I came out as? I came out as possibly having heart failure, or, early signs of heart failure. And I was like, that makes so much sense. And it's not that I have heart failure. I'm a very healthy person. But our hearts are taking a beating. Our hearts are going through the symptoms of wanting to shut down. And it's absolutely imperative that we do the opposite. I got up today. Look at me. I look so weird, but I'm like, at least I'm going to get dressed and like have my energy. Like, I'm not going to leave the house. I'm going to catch up on my readings again. I feel so odd though. I'm like, why did I put this on? And I put this on because apparently my day today is a yellow day, and yellow will give me energy. So I'm like, whatever, I'll put it on. At least I have it around me. But has Cold looks it up on the internet. I'm dying. Has Cold looks it up on, yeah, no, exactly. I get it, right? But I'm not saying I'm dying. I know, but I'm saying it's very interesting that heart failure came up, because to be honest, when I was younger and I went through heartache, I would think my heart was stopping. It's very interesting. And so on top of it, when it said heart failure, it mentioned feeling your heart. And I don't know if I told you guys this recently. There was a time recently, I've mentioned it. I did mention it. I'm not going to explain it that well right now, but I was with someone and my heart started going crazy. And I said it. And I'm like, my heart's like, I don't know what the fuck. This is crazy, this feeling. So it is interesting. It is just a message that, like, don't give up. Don't let your heartache take over. This is actually part of the fact that your world is on fire. This is like, our life force. The Amazon rainforest holds miracles, and trust me, they will come back. And the lady even said, you must look this lady up, Sally Mustang. Just look at the article. I don't know who she's writing about, but she said, don't donate your money. She's like, you're putting energy into something that it's going to fix itself. It is naturally. She's like, I have no doubt that she said, you can stick your finger in the soil of the Amazon and you will start feeling growth. She's like, I have no doubt that the Amazon will rebuild itself, but we as a collective have to actually nurture ourselves and get ourselves back to health too. So yeah, it's a really hard feeling. I woke up today without it. I felt it kind of coming on. And so I just started having some fruits. I didn't have any vegetables because I just want to keep it simple. And I'm like, I can't not eat. I can't not drink. Like, I have to try to help my body. So do your best to do that. And just know, like, this is a collective energy. And if your masculine is distant, well, I think that that's what's needed right now. You will come together. Oh my gosh. So also check out the illest, let me just see, because I saved her here so I can see. The illest illuminator. So she posted a video today. When I see these videos, I don't watch the whole video, but I stop the video on a certain spot and I'll listen for a couple minutes. Hi, Ruthie. And I've told you guys that. She posted a video today about, is he your soulmate or is he like your whatever, right? Should you stay? Should you go? I don't know. But she clarified the space thing and about, where I stopped. But I know that this is my message for the collective. Where I stopped, she was saying, this is just a time where, like, there's space needed. I don't remember her words, but basically exactly what I'm saying, which is that make the best of this time. Get yourself better. Don't stress out. Don't focus on the dark side of it. Because as that lady said, like, don't send your money. Don't feed the Amazon forest. It will fix itself. We are a collective energy. So we all need to heal ourselves within, and we heal our earth. And I do truly believe that it would make a lot of sense. And then, so I looked up, I'm like, when exactly did the rainforest or the Amazon go on fire? Because I know the exact date I started feeling it in my stomach. I know because I sent a message to someone. So I looked, and the exact date when I started feeling this in my stomach was July 25th. They just keep on saying around 3 weeks ago. I have a feeling that it has been longer than that because there's been fires. I think personally what I was feeling was probably like the shift that this was going to go into, like, overdrive or hard drive. Like, there may have been little fires everywhere, but I feel like it was knowing that the buildup was happening, or it was literally worse than we knew. Because apparently, like, We didn't really know what's going on until NASA took a picture. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know what to believe anymore online, but that means it could have been getting very bad the whole time, right? Yeah, there's no need for this exhaustion, but trust me, you're not the only one. People are overworking themselves. It's pretty intense. Okay. So let's see. Once again, so I don't know why this card came up, but it did flip around actually, which is good because it doesn't make any sense in the upright, but maybe someone is being a bully. Ooh, I'm starting to feel the stomach again because like, I guess I'm picking up on his energy. So let's just see this. First card to come out, probably the card. We need a new perspective. Let's take a break and each other get clear about what really matters here. Okay? Literally. And probably this is saying he's not trying to be a bully. He's not trying to be a control freak. He's being real. Kind of look at your masculine as a queen of swords, okay? Look at him like a queen of swords because the king of swords can be very mean. So the queen of swords, she's like kind of monotone, but she is very loving. Like I'm a queen of swords, right? And you know, the queen of swords has a lot of experience and has been in and out and beaten up and raised up above and up and down like the phoenix and all of that energy. But sometimes when I talk, I'm just talking. Like I don't get emotional when sometimes I do. But sometimes it may come across like very like, you know, that just like, I'm just being fair. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. I'm being unjudgmental. Like I'm not judging. I'm open to you coming in type of thing. So kind of treat your masculine like that. When he talks to you, don't take it personally that he's not like, babe, I love you. And I need you to know like you're the best thing in my world. Da, da, da. Not all of them are going to express themselves like that, right? So just look at it as you're like just, you can't control how someone else expresses themselves. And you can't read their mind. You really can't. Like you can pick up on their energy, but don't put words in their head for your story type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, no, maybe they're just talking to you from the heart without that sound in their voice, but it's there. The love is there. So he's saying we need a new perspective. Let's take a break and get clear about what really matters. Like you really do have to get clear about what really matters in this situation between the two of you. So you're both on the same page. Here he is. You didn't do anything wrong. I know it's my own craziness. Trust me to get through it. Ladies, holy smoly. This is like the message of the month. Okay? I hope it's going the right way for you because for me it's backwards. We need a new perspective. Let's take a break and get clear about what really matters here. You didn't do anything wrong. I know it's my own craziness. Trust me to get through it. He's asking you not to criticize him. Tell me what you want in a more positive way. This is amazing. Rather than just criticize me, can you tell me what you want in a more positive way? Communication. Hello. We need to work on communication for many of the divine feminine. I know what I said was hurtful. I truly didn't mean it and would do anything to take it back. A lot of the things the masculine said was hurtful. And it's not that he didn't mean it. It's that he didn't mean to sound hurtful. What he said was probably there was truth to it, right? But you were like, oh my gosh, like he doesn't love me for no reason, or like whatever you said to yourself. He would do anything to be able to understand how to speak to you so that you can understand him and not take this personally. I want us to stop what we are doing to each other, both of us now. So right off the bat, like these, I just did a reading. I told you, none of these cards came out, by the way. So this is our collective reading here. This is our collective message. This person that you're thinking about, this masculine, he knows that he's hurt you. And, he wants you to trust him again, but don't forget, like he wants to do something to make you to help you trust him again. He knows you're not being crazy. I can see why you'd be upset with me, but don't forget, he wants to take a break. So it's okay. It's okay. When you know that, I'm hearing bubbles because I'm bubbling water. When you know the back end of it, this is why when you get a reading sometimes, your masculine calls you. Because you understand the backstory, so you let go. So now you all are on here, 95 of you, hearing the backstory. And this should give you peace of mind. Even, I've been so focused on being heard, I didn't see how much sense you are really making. This is, these cards are not all like this, okay? As you saw, the bully card came out in reverse, but there are mean cards in here that say you're being a bully, you're not being nice to me, like I don't want to see you right now type of a thing. I can see that I've missed the point. Like he's going to come back and tell you this. I did miss the point. I did make a mistake. I was upsetting you. I understand. I was going crazy. Thank you for giving me my space. It's hard admitting that he might be wrong, but he'll admit it. So let's leave that there now. I don't know why, like I was told to look at the top. Just for some of you, maybe, I know I'm being defensive. Can you say this in a less charged way so I can feel safe with you? That's for someone. I need to turn off my water. I'm actually making some more candles. I'm just so obsessed with candles now, and I'm just reusing the waxes that don't get fully dissolved. Okay, so let's go here now. So this is not exactly how my Lovers Talk reading is, because I take both sides of it. I take your side and his conversation, and I put them together. But these are the cards I use, and this is pretty much the type of messages that will come out depending on what the message is personally for you. Because everyone's message is different. And a lot of times I will put the message out first and then get into it. So what's going on during this time? I'm looking at this a little bit differently right now, this message, because I'm not really asking. I'm asking for now, because we know we need to take space right now. So I'm asking what's going on. Okay. So just off of the bat, let me just plug my computer in there. There we go. Put this here on the side. Okay. For some, this person is dealing with, we have these. Yeah. Well, we know that already. For some, they're dealing with releasing the codependent person. You know what the funny thing is? They don't even have, it's their ex already. It's already their ex. No, I'm not selling candles. I don't know if I ever will. And if I do, it would be very limited amount. But I just make them for myself, and I'm really into that. I love candles, and I'm very big with that. Have you since forgiven? I'm sorry, hold on. Let me see what this is. Involved with a lot of demonic, serious sins against the living God. Repent and turn. Yeah, thanks. I don't know, anyhow. Let's move on here. I'm sorry, I had to read it. I don't know why I had to read it, because I'm like, sins, fuck off. Anyhow, okay, so this is what's going on here. Because I asked currently what's going on. For some of you, sure, the masculine is trying to go out and have fun. I am not saying with a girl. I am not saying with women, even though we see this energy here, playfulness, there's a man and a woman there. It's actually him just trying to let loose, him trying to pay attention to what's been opened up in front of him. This is our fly trap energy, where you see those flies now. You opened up, and those flies are there to teach you lessons. Those flies are there to irritate you enough until you go and swat them. So they actually push you to move unless you want to stay and be annoyed. It's like an irritation on your shoulder, and you're like, how long am I going to put up with this? So this person, it's a good thing that they're taking space with you. And on top of that, if they're going out with their friends and having fun, it's a good thing. This is what you want. You want to appreciate your masculine. You want him to, it's so weird. It's like, your masculine ignites joy within you. And I'm sure that when you speak to him, you feel that and you hear that. And I'm sure that you want that for him, whether it's with you or not. You want him to go out and enjoy life. And so whatever form of fun he's having, and I pick up pure innocent fun with guys or like women. Like if it's a woman, like I feel like they're going out with their friends and they're realizing more about the situation that they were in. I do feel like it's not about releasing their ex. They've already released it. Now they have to release the codependent factor to the situation. For many of them, they have to let go of control. For some of the masculines that you're dealing with, this is true. Some of you ladies and men have a partner, a partner you're dealing with, who has a child, who you have a child with. Who they have a child with, okay? So this is the issue, especially if it's a man energy. Like what this card is depicting is very true. This is a masculine who had a kid with a woman. Him and the woman are not friends anymore. They are not talking anymore. There's not even the angels can save that. Like, if anything, they're divinely guiding this separation. The angels may even be causing the separation. It's time to go. But this masculine is like, I had plans for you. I planned this whole thing. This is not the way I wanted my life to go. Like whether or not I have you, what are you doing with my child? Where are you taking my child? Who's going to be near my child? Can I trust you leaving the home? Because, she's leaving. She's not even trying to stay. He's the one sitting. So let this fall apart on its own. The red flags are appearing to them the more they get out, the more they have fun, the more they enjoy life, whether it's with you or not, just in general. Trust me, they're thinking of you. Trust me, because they don't forget about this. They can't forget about the romantic feelings you have. It's about the touch. It's about the feeling. It's about that energy. And I do feel like whoever it is, for some of them, they're married. For some of them, they're not married. But when it comes to the ex, it's like they've already released their ex. Even though it says release your ex, I heard it's already done. It's just that there's still a codependent factor. I guess that's different for everyone, right? So that's currently, it just won't go away. Ugh, did you guys see that? Like, it just won't fucking go away. And there's religion involved as well. She probably pushes that factor on him if they're married. Like, we got married. You're not supposed to do this. You took a vow. You did. And if they're not married, who knows, what she's using, but guilt trips. Weird. But he's out. I mean, I feel like he's released it. It's cutting the cords. Okay, let's pull from this because I always use this deck as well. And then I'll do some tarot. And then we'll see what our final card is with that zombie. I think it's Temperance. No, it's not Temperance. I got the Temperance card before. Just trying to think what it is. Magician. Inner skills. Okay. See what's going on. That's about the alchemist energy. That's about learning. See. Oh, wow. Okay, I feel like almost this is I wonder if this big chunk of messages is here. We stop with the tower on the bottom. Wow. Oh, fine. Okay, so this is a whole big message here. We'll start off with this part of the message because this is first. So for some of the masculines, I don't know if this is exactly a separate message. I don't think it really is. I think it's just the collective message. Some of you, it will apply. They're actually learning about twin flame energy or about soulmate energy or about something like alchemist energy, magician energy, taking your power energy. Words are power, visualization. They're learning about this, okay? And there's something to do with whatever they're learning about. It has to do with separation. This is the Eight of Cups. So maybe they're looking like at relationship advice or like, but spiritual relationship advice. And maybe they're saying, you know, everyone has a quest, everyone has a life purpose. If you're not happy, you're not supposed to be there. Something like that. So now they're questioning the new part of their quest that they're about to embark on. They're like, I feel it. I know I'm being called to do things. I'm going to go for them. I gotta say, I love masculine energy because of the fact that they're able to like not focus on, you know, matters of the heart and just be like, I just gotta go. I just know I'm being called to do something. And with the Fool card coming after, it is that new beginning energy. So this person has had some sort of a realization that there's more to this life. There's more to explore. There's more experiences and wishes to fill. And this is all like that high priestess energy, just knowing and just understanding and believing in what you're feeling. So the last one of this message is about love. It's the Ace of Hearts. And what this tells me is this person is going to start making their heart more of a priority. But don't forget, we have this freaking bugger here. This can represent fears. This can represent the codependency, the karmic, whoever. It's like, get off. Anyhow, it continues. We have 4 more cards here. This is about the situation he's been in, especially if there's children, but there does not have to be children at all. This is the community. This is everyone that knows them. This is everyone that comes over for dinners and they fake it too, because look at her face. Faker. She's a faker. She's like, yeah, this is my life. This is my story. I'm gonna read you my story. I'm gonna tell you more of my story. I'm gonna fake it. I'm gonna fake it more for all of you. You guys are a bunch of duds anyways. Whoever they're hanging out with, in this case at least, is not feeding them anything positive. They're all on that same energy level. Whoever this woman that he's dealing with is hanging out with, he's not hanging out with a high. There might be one high vibrational person that this woman hangs out with. Have fun trying to get through to her, whoever you are. Because I already know you can't get through to people like that. So just go. It's treachery. It's 7 of Swords. It's bullshit hanging out with these people. It's bullshit. That's all I hear. It's bullshit. It's fake. I want to say fear-based, but I don't understand. I think it means fake. Like, I don't think it's fear-based. I don't know. Anyhow, I feel like when he comes home and she has her friends over, he's just like, oh, type of energy for many of them. That's what I pick up. Like, oh, more bullshit. More like, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. You know, some of these girls, they work together. Some of these, like, I don't know about the guy part so much of it, but they just know what to do. So like your masculine, you know, he gets home to his whatever, whoever he's with. And, you know, they just try to like, hey, like, hi, oh, you look so good today. But really, he's had enough of it. And he doesn't give a damn what these people are saying. And so he's just like, ugh, like fake bitches. When you say that to him, he knows though, like he feels it in his heart. He feels it. He has the voice recognition that you're being 1000% genuine. So with the Page of Wands and the 3 of Wands, it's just saying like he's just awaiting this new venture. And remember, we have I don't know if we still have it at the bottom. Yeah, we have the Tower here. But interesting enough, it's almost like a ceramic bottle of some sort with an eyeball in it as well. But I feel like he's patiently waiting for his new venture to come in or for this new opportunity. And I almost feel like this is just kind of like that Tower thing. Maybe the other side is the eyeball and he's hiding what he knows or hiding what he sees. And he's being patient. This is the patience. And I do feel like, I don't know, I feel that energy. Like he knows this Tower, once this Tower happens, he's gone. Celebration. Like, I just feel like leave the pigs or leave the warthogs or something like that. It's like he sits there and sometimes drinks his tea with them. Like, come have a beer, come have a tea with us. Whatever. These girls are on all different levels of craziness. Some of them are like, come have tea, come blah, 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 blah. I love tea, but I'm just saying. And he sits there with them. This would be his energy, this pure, and I love piggies and stuff. I'm just saying the picture, okay? Don't take it personal. But this would be him, even though it's feminine energy here. I think everything's pretty much feminine here. And he sits there and conversates with the warthogs, and I just feel him so like that, just like that. Like, just because I'm just imagining what I would do. Like when I sit there with people and they're having, I'm like, oh yeah, oh, you know, and sometimes it's entertaining. So you sit there with them. But I mean, don't do that too often, but sometimes it's actually a bit entertaining and you're like, what the? Okay. Okay, so let's see what we have here. This deck we'll use. So this will be the tarot section of what's going on. So as I said, this is not exactly the way my lover's reading is, but it's very similar to this. Let's see what's going on here. So yeah, first energy, we have Six of Swords. That talks about this space. And with the Two of Swords, that talks about the space needed. This masculine does need to heal himself. It's like he has to take some swords out of the boat and let the water come in, let the emotions flood in and see what he actually dealt with and kind of sink a little bit, you know? So, and look he can come and revive himself after. Now, when I see this Four of Wands, I get two messages. I just, you know, that one message about where he came from and where he's going. So he has to get through this shit to get to this shit, to get to the real connection. That's beautiful. That came out on its own, but that's okay. So, oh yeah. Well, I just saw the Devil, the three-party here. You know, for some of your masculines, and look what came out here, Nine of Swords. I guess that was under something. That's pure sword energy. Like, there's really some clearing that has to happen in order for this person to be able to give. And this third party, the whole situation about the third party, more third party, you know, this house life and everything, this has caused complete like despair for him because everything is coming down, everything that, and he wanted to, which is the scarier part for him because like he knows it has to. He can't keep on running and bringing his problems with him. And he can't keep on overgiving or entertaining a third party situation without being judged. So he's like, he's judging himself now. He's like, I'm a terrible person for this shit. Oh, I didn't read your whole thing. I'm sorry. The ending, it's the ending of a power struggle. It's the ending of him being in denial about what he truly can do. That's what I really feel with that because, I mean, I don't feel it's the ending to a trickster. It's the ending to him feeling powerless with the Nine of Swords. We're literally going from the 9 to the 10 with the Magician in the middle. So it's an ending to that. He's like, I'm going to put an end to that depression. I'm going to take my power back. I'm going to get up out of this bed. I just saw the sun is flipped over. I don't know when. But yeah, good morning. I saw it. I know I did. Where are you? There you are. I knew it. Good morning. It's like I'm going to get out of my bed. And look at where this stopped here. Like if I had just taken that out, this would have been the bottom. I'm going to connect with love. I'm going to connect with myself, with the Hierophant that stuck out. I've learned lately I have to pull out the cards that stick out because they're just coming out anyways. It doesn't fuck up the story at all, actually. It comes out at the exact right time, which is usually right after. Let me just pick up on that. No more fighting. You know, feminines, you're mirroring your masculine energy as well. Like whatever the other person is doing, he's saying he's going to take his power back. And you're saying as well, I'm going to take my power. I'm not going to fight with myself anymore. This sometimes can be almost like, I pick it up like fighting with yourself, all of your different thoughts fighting together. Here you're like, I'm taking this, I'm not going to be in confusion because of things that have happened in the past or be in confusion thinking that, you know, this isn't going to come in. This past life relationship isn't going to come in. I'm going to take my power back. Well, there. There. So we have victory here. And look at like what you thought was over. I really feel like these cards should be like A and B of the same card. What you thought was over moves forward into victory. What it has to do with is this love connection. Soulmate. No, you can't make it up. So let's see what our other surprise card is. Or our daily message. Thank you. Ooh, are you kidding me? We have our girl from yesterday. Okay, I'm going to pull the book. I'm actually going to look into the zombie too, because there's something here with that. It's an as above, so below energy here. This is the Queen of Water. This one I'm going to look. I don't know why I'm out of numbers right now. I'm sure one of you guys know XII. It's not the death card at all, but we will get that right now. Okay, here we have our Mambo. Opened it right there. Beautiful. Now we need zombie. I wonder if zombie is a princess. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we're going to see. This is a new one to me because this is someone of a high status, whatever zombie is. Oh yeah, it's a major arcana, so of course it is. So here we go. Here we go. Now why? I'm going to be like, why didn't you know that? The Hanged Man. Well, I see why I didn't know that because my mind played tricks on me. He's facing upwards. As above, so below. As below, so above. This is about coming into power. I'm going to read the Hangman. We did the Water Queen yesterday. She came out. But we're trying to learn all the cards here, right? So let's see what this was, which was at the bottom of the deck. And I do feel it mirrors the energy of releasing. It's just releasing in a different direction, which is really interesting. The will has left, purpose has fled. Okay. The will has left, purpose has fled. Nothing moves within the head. Nothing moves through the stagnant emptiness. Quiet. Water drips on the rank stone. All is decay. Footprints sound leading nowhere. Here the dark will not come and the light will not shine. Here actions know neither success or failure. I just hear zzz again. Just that there's no movement right now type of thing, even in someone's voice. So conclusion is, okay, wait. Here actions know neither success nor failure. Conclusion is forgotten in numb repetition. The spider has lost its way on the web. Mechanically, it moves in circles as the strands vibrate in a thin, dull wind. There are at least two distinct forms of the zombie in voodoo, just as there are two forms or types of sacrifice within esoteric tradition. Sacrifice, and this is the card of sacrifice, by the way. Sacrifice may be enforced or voluntary. Its motivation external or internal. The sacrifice of the type of zombie depicted in this card is enforced, decreed by an external agent. See the discussion of zombie. Okay. This is an act of transgression par excellence. Interesting. The victim helplessly witnesses his or her own death and then continues to live that death. This is crazy. The zombie may be created by the voodooist as an act of vengeance for service or to serve as an example to those who would deeply transgress and strain the bond of community. To create is to bring something forth from nothing. With the zombie, nothing is brought forth from something. Interesting. That's such a weird sentence. It's like I feel it more than I understand it. With the zombie, nothing is brought forth from something. To create is to bring something forth from nothing. Nothing is brought forth from something has to do with the karmic energy, by the way, okay? because there is something there, but it brings nothing. Okay. So, and the creative side of that obviously comes from love and the heart. Critical in the making of the zombie is the capture of the victim's Tay bondage. That's the card I first got. Small good angel. Tay bondage is the temperance. The Tay bondage enables personality to take hold and manifest. When the Tay bondage angel is captured, the root of the will are thrust into slavery that burns like acid. The Tay bondage, I've read this to you guys. This is about us always having that deep essence within us and sometimes setting that aside and going through the dark night of the soul and sometimes losing ourselves. And then you come back out and you're able to go to your person or wherever you put that little piece of yourself and get it back and grow from it. That's almost like the rainforest story. You know, everything will not burn and it will be able to get its original essence. It will probably grow back stronger. So anyhow, back here, take hold and manifest. When the Tay bondage angel is captured, the roots of the will are thrust into slavery that burns like acid. That's just like the freaking rainforest. The aspect of this card is a woman standing on a slave block. Okay. Remember, this is Louisiana deck. Within the green mirror of the swamp. So she's in the swamp on a block. I don't know if that has actual, because I'm feeling that may be something people actually had to do. I actually am feeling it within myself right now. So that's very dark, that people had to go through that, possibly. Her head is thrown back and her arms are thrust up to the heavens in desperation. Whew, just out of reach, the Tay bondage angel swirls around her hands in the form of the mist. So the Tay bondage angel is the mist. Interesting. Wow, those sentences really, I feel it. Swirls around her hands in the form of mist. Zombie, the snake that we got yesterday around our stomach area where we're feeling all of this pressure collectively. Notice that. The zombie snake is wrapped around her waist in promise of possible salvation. The zombie's mouth is also being swine shut using a snake as the thread. Shutting the zombie off from the healing power of naming. The card attributes include a form of sacrifice that is externally motivated. To sacrifice is to literally sanctify, to make sacred. What is made sacred by the zombie? ? Perhaps it is death and the will itself, which the zombie sanctifies in preference reflection and which the zombie sanctifies in perverse reflection. The shape of the zombie is cast not in light or shadow. It is outcast. Contemplation, what rides within the body when the will is lost? What holds the reins? Divination, sacrifice externally motivated and enforced. Sacrifice externally motivated and enforced. Questions of will and the questioning of will cause resolve to decay and failure of the spirit and or body. What is she sacrificing when they say death? Okay, I see partially why that's coming up. I want to read I have it here. Death is actually the next card. So, you know, the fool's journey. What is the person sacrificing death? But what that tells me is that they're sacrificing the death of the old. You are sacrificing the death of the old part of you, happily, in a sense. And for some of you, you know, we have two energies here that you can choose. It's almost, there's so many messages here, and I know you're going to get them for yourself personally. It's almost, for me, the Hanged Man, because we did get Mamba. This is the Water Queen. We got her yesterday. She is our message. We know that. She came out again. And it's no It's no coincidence, it's no coincidence that the water was bubbling. It's no coincidence that when I went to turn off the water, I thought of this card. Yesterday, when I went out to go and get my coffee, even though I felt sick, I sat next to a watering thing. I don't know. They had this water thing that just was spurting out water everywhere. And I thought of this card. I also thought of the Emperor because of the water semen that was coming out in that card that we saw. Anyhow, what this is telling me here is, there is a sacrifice being made. I picked up on really dark energy here because I do believe maybe there was such disgusting, torturous behavior put upon people. And maybe this person can't break free, but now where we live in the time we live in, we don't have to stand on that pole. I would rather jump and swim with the crocodiles and just, try to get the heck out of there. There is the Tay bondage, the angel around this person. That is also all of us. That is a collective energy. That is saying you can get out of this. You can be healed from this. But right now, it's just very like this person is realizing nothing came from something and something is coming from nothing. He didn't marry you. He didn't expect to meet you and be like, whoa, like, holy fuck. But he married that woman or he, committed to her or made kids with her or whatever, the other person. And nothing came from it whatsoever. So it's just a huge message there. Let's just go to the Queen and I'm just going to pick up something here. The snake represents the union of male and female. I'm just reading random parts of this part of the Queen energy. The snake represents the union of male and female, which speaks to Aleister Crowley's vision of the Queen Mambo carrying a fertilized egg within herself. Interesting. So Aleister Crowley, I'm sure you guys all know him. He's like the tarot god. In New Orleans voodoo, the priestess or mambo generally has a strong enough contact with the low to enter into the mental state necessary to draw power from snakes. So I'm taking this in a whole other context as well. Snakes representing the evil people around us, the flies that we're swatting. This woman is able to take power from that. Like in a sense, just like this person is able to happily sacrifice the end, the old. This person is able to take power in that. So there is a connection here. Rose, a priestess committed to developing a deep intellectual and experimental understanding of the African mysteries, dances with very large and powerful snakes. Another priestess, Muslima Moonpaka, wraps the snake around her forehead in order to gain close communication with the spirits of snake. This one, the zombie, the snake is eating itself. There's just stuff that has to be cleared here. But nonetheless, this actually talks about that space that we started this conversation with. There is just that energy right now where just step back, just surrender. This person is throwing her hands back in despair, of course. I mean, I can't even explain the energy I picked up off of this card. It is so sad. Don't torture yourself. We don't have to do this now. We're not in this time. But yeah, so it's just a time of space. If that's what your masculine's going through, well, you give him his space. Don't get involved. That's his own shit. I mean, he has his available essence there as well. I heard like he is wrapped up. He is wrapped up. Okay, guys, that is the reading. Thank you for everyone that booked the special. It's a real simple special. It's $40. There's no time frame, though it's around, 25 minutes, a little more, a little less, usually a little more. And I use whichever decks. Every reading is pretty much completely different decks. Well, there's one deck I love using in most of them. I use the Angel deck, but besides that, it's like I have here, like, I don't know how many decks I have below me right now, 40, another 40 in my area over there. And I just pulled them out because that's what keeps the reading so good. And that's why I love it. Thank you for all of your likes as well. is that I don't have to just stick to this. With the normal half an hour read, I stick to this because we all know this deck. You can ask your questions. I'm going to help you understand it, and you're going to understand it because we all know this deck. For other readings, that's why I specifically say, like, I use a few more decks in this one, because for the regular half an hour, I don't. It's sometimes you need that concentrated energy. And for this special, I use whatever deck I want. You get multiple messages. They usually do tie up together within each other. And I don't know. I love it. And you see it and hear it in my voice when I say it. You know, my favorite reader on here on YouTube, Manny, she said, truth is an energy. And it made so much sense to me because I never fear people lying. Like, I hate it. It happened to me all the time when I was a child. People would say I said something or did something I didn't do. But I don't, as an adult, I don't fear it because I've learned that people trust me. So when I say something, they know I'm speaking the truth. Everything is a vibration, okay? But truth is a vibration and it can't be denied. That's the message, okay, everyone? It can't be denied. It's a vibration. You know it. Bye. Thank you.